Hello guys, what's going on guys? Essentially today, we're going to be talking about how SplitGate is the best first-person shooter that's free to play on any single platform in 2021. Am I right, Chewbacca? Am I right? Alright, so here we go, popping into a stadium gameplay a little late today. Shotguns and snipers only. We're not doing too bad. Decided to record this video today. Dad buddy, don't challenge me. Let's start off by saying this is probably by far the most unique first-person shooter in any free-to-play game, and just game in general I've played probably the past 10 years of my experience in first-person shooters. Most unique obviously is the portal system. I think it takes a lot of things from like Call of Duty, obviously Portal, as well as Halo. The advanced movement from Call of Duty really brings a nice touch over. I think a lot of people miss the advanced warfare movement type of thing, Black Ops 3 feel, and this plays a lot like Halo, right? This is pretty much Halo with the guns in Halo from the portals in Portal 2, and that's why it's so unique, right? It's taking like 3 different games which so many people love and like and have played throughout the years, and it's kind of bringing people back to their childhood. And it's also like a warm-up for a lot of people for practicing for Halo Infinite that's coming out later this year. Big thing and reason I think this game is kind of blowing up in popularity is because there's also nothing else to play right now. Like realistically, Counter-Strike Global Offensive is my main game. I've been playing for over 10 years on the YouTube gaming channel, and just myself in general. I would consider myself a very higher tier player, which is it's a very fun game, but it gets a little boring and a little old after a while. You don't see games like this come out very often that are free to play, which is also a very, very big thing for a lot of people. But being this fun and this most well received, it's very, very fun playing a game that's very popular, because that means that it has a bigger player base. People will get more money, especially for the development team and stuff like that. The game also feels very, very polished, which I can't really say about a lot of games that come out nowadays, like Cyberpunk, for an example, cough, cough, Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I feel like, is pretty much the exact same game every single year, and they just don't seem to care about updates. They don't seem to care about anti-cheats, which I know they're recently announced and adding very, very soon, but I mean, it's like 2 years after the time is due for it, right? This one's been out for over a year at this point, and they're now just adding it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And obviously Splitgate, I'm gonna make a whole video covering the cheating situation. There hasn't really been a lot of cheaters, but there has been a very recent surge in searching up cheats for this game, and I don't think this game's gonna do very well when there are cheats involved, because the big problem is the anti-cheat, right? A big anti-cheat that's very, very good is very, very helpful for a lot of people. I really do hope we get Abyss. I really hate all these other maps. I don't mind Foregone Destruction. I don't mind it whatsoever, but Abyss is just, I love it so much more. But I can understand why people want to play this for snipers more, because there's a lot more open places. I think one of the biggest things for this game is it has very balanced weapons, right? Shotgun, the sniper, everything is so very polished in my opinion as of right now. I can't believe the pistol's already been reworked like a whole bunch of times. And a good thing about a small development team in a small game like this is the devs actually listen. They're not paid out, not selling out to someone like Activision, right? And a big thing for this game is we complain about a certain bug, it gets patched within a day, because they can do anything they want whenever they want. They're not held back by some contract from some like really crappy developer that's paying, you know, the company to pay for their game essentially. And I think one of the biggest things out this entire video and just in general is it has a good ranking system. We've been looking for a game for a really good ranking system for almost forever, I could feel like. At this point, for any first-person shooter, Counter-Strike needs a rework with a lot of their issues with their games, and you know, this is a very good example of good matchmaking, and I think good matchmaking is a lot. It goes a long way. The cheating situation, there's obviously no cheaters right now. Will there be in 3 years? There could possibly very well be. I think there will be in a long period from now. This game gets a lot popular, and if it gets a lot popular than it is right now as well. Like the whole like platinum, I think the average Joe is like platinum gold in this game, which I really, really much like. It's a very, very fun thing for me, just crapping on kids sometimes overall. Also no bad microtransactions as of right now. This game's been out for 2 years. They only sell cosmetics, which I really, really like. Nothing has a big influence on, like, you know, how you play the game. Obviously Call of Duty, that's a whole different story with microtransactions, right? Microtransactions suck, no one really likes them, but I can understand why you'd have to put them in a game like this, because they can't really make a whole lot of money since it is free to play. This is how they make the majority of their income, let's just put it that way. It has a very good skill gap, especially on PC. I think in my personal opinion, you know, I think with the portals, we've reacted to professional gameplay and how things have very much changed from older times with Splitgate and other games like this. For one of the most challenging and high skill games that I've played in a very long time. That's why I think I find it so appealing. I want to get as best as I possibly can at it. I think a lot of people can relate to that as well. And then the last thing I kind of want to know is it's free to play, which is a very big thing as well. Having a free to play game, especially on console, is a very, very big deal. And I know people are going to talk about the aim assist on console versus PC. It's been a very big debate and debacle for a very, very long time. I think essentially if you're on PC and mouse and keyboard, I think you just need to get a little better with your aim. That's all I really agree with. I think I've played both at a high level before, and I really do think playing mouse and keyboard is a very, very big advantage for a lot of people and for a lot of reasons. I think, especially for this game, you can move portals so very well quickly rather than other, you know, keyboard and mouse and stuff. It's a very big difference. Now, the question is, will this esports scene survive as well? Which it already has a decent-sized esports scene, bigger than a lot of other esports, especially on console. Not like Call of Duty, where it has the numbers, but it's definitely got the people that want to play this, for sure, competitively. The game as well feels very, very polished. Like, there's not a lot of bugs you run into. Obviously, the wait times and wait queues are kind of annoying at some given times, but you can kind of expect that with a free-to-play game of this size and this magnitude. With the players that have recently surged, that have wanted to play this game, influencer streamers have been playing it as well, that have been really hyping it up. See, when there's like 300,000 people trying to get into a server, you can kind of somewhat expect that, right? It's got a hit marker with a sniper after a shotgun shot. Whoa. Holy crap. So those are my thoughts and opinions on why I think Splitgate personally is the best free-to-play game of 2021, especially first-person shooter-wise, on the PC at least, and console. I think for console as well, until Halo Infinite comes out, this will be a very, very good and big game. I've already talked about the future of this game. Will it die? Will it survive throughout these 3 AAA titles coming out this year? Call of Duty Vanguard, Halo Infinite, and Battlefield 5, or Battlefield 2042, I think that's what it's called. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Are you guys going to be playing this instead of other games throughout this year, or is it going to be like kind of a game you kind of go back to every once in a while? Kind of like Fortnite. It's always there, it's free to play, nothing's really going to change, and the player base is probably going to stay somewhat the same. It's not going to lose a huge player drop-off when new games come out, because there's going to already have a community, which I already have. And you guys agree with me that this game is possibly the best game that you've played in a long time, and maybe just the best first-person shooter on PC and console that's available right now. Have a good day, guys. Please comment, subscribe, follow me, Twitter, please.